Hi, welcome to MadisonKink.com's advice column. I'm Jay Blevins.
And I'm Jasmine St. and we're systems therapists in Madison, Wisconsin. And today we got an email from somebody on a topic that comes up actually a lot, which is there such thing as a true submissive? So what do you think about that?
Well, and I think that asks a bigger question. We could talk about it just as submissives, but I think it's the question that really is buried in there that we hear so often. Is there a right way to do any of this? Any kind of kink DS relationship, any kind of play within there? Is there a right or a wrong way to do it? And I think you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, this is the way you do it, and if you're not doing it this way, you're doing it wrong. That's not the approach I think either of us take.
Right, there's only sort of one context that we would add to that is that obviously safety. If you are doing things that are dealing with another person's safety, then there is typically a right way to do that.
Right,
so we're taking it beyond the context. We're talking more of the philosophical or sociological or psychological principles here.
Right, not the technical,
right.
You're going to damage somebody's organs if you do this kind of thing, but just what does it mean to be submissive? What does it mean to be a dom, a top, a slave, a master? Any of those things. Am I doing it right or wrong?
And I think that the answer that you're going to already know, but maybe is hard to hear, is that you're going to be able to figure that out for yourself. And that if other people are trying to dictate for you what is right or wrong for you, then that's probably not a direction you want to go. You want to sort out for yourself if you are a bottom, if you're a slave, if you are a switch, if you are submissive. And you can also create other names. There's a great book that is called Conquer Me, and she tells a story.
She being Katie Cunningham.
Yes, Katie Cunningham. Would you tell the story?
Sure. She talks about being out to breakfast with her, I believe master was the title she used for him, but she was having trouble figuring out what she was. She didn't like any of the titles for herself as slave or submissive or bottom, so she was struggling with that, and they were having a conversation about it, and she decided she needed to figure it out. So she looked down, and she was having pancakes for breakfast, and she said, from right now, I'm going to be a pancake. And I'm going to have people address me or refer to me as a pancake till I figure out what I am. And it allowed her to free herself from trying to fit into what she thought were the molds and definitions of those other words, figure out who she wanted to be and what she wanted to call it, and created what worked for her in that relationship with her master. And she took ownership of creating who she wanted to be, as opposed to feeling she had to fit into a pre-cut box of some definition.
Absolutely, and I think that also that you can move and shift within your own life. You can have a definition that feels good for you at first, and then it can morph into something else. And that you don't have to have the same definitions as everyone else. It doesn't have to be standardized. We use those as monikers or frameworks to be able to communicate, but it really is about what connects with you.
Exactly, and I think it's people can build the type of relationships they want. They can be who they want to be, and they can build with their partner or partners the relationship they want, and what they want to call it is what they want to call it. And sure, it's helpful to have some language to communicate between us, but as we know in this area, there is not a lot of consistency about terms, and so when we get bogged down in trying to figure out, am I this, am I that, am I doing it right, it just detracts from us building the kind of relationships we want. And that's ultimately what we want to do, is have people be happy in their relationships.
Yeah, so go forth and figure out what works for you. Thanks so much, and if you want to email us with questions or comments, you can do so at
advice@MadisonKink.com, and have a good day.
Thanks so much. Bye.